Good evening. With the stories affecting Dominica, the region, and the world, this is EmoNews for June 16th, 2026, and I am your presenter, Soanna Gordon. In the headlines this evening, Professor Ashma McDougall named as DLP candidate. At least 31 killed in bus crash in Ethiopia's mountainous region. And Boxing Coach of the Year calls for proper facilities for athletes. Stay tuned, the details of these stories and more coming up. First up in local news. The Dominica National Conservation Trust Fund, DNCTF, hosted its second grant award ceremony under the theme Shaping the Future of Conservation, celebrating the awarding of grants through the Caribbean Regional Architecture for Biodiversity. The ceremony recognized two major environmental initiatives, the strengthening of the Soufriere-Scottshead Marine Reserve and the rapid response to lethal yellowing disease in coconut ecosystems project. Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries, Blue and Green Economy, Ryan Anselm, delivered remarks during the ceremony, emphasizing the importance of protecting Dominica's natural resources and strengthening conservation efforts. He noted that the investment comes at a critical time as the country continues to address environmental challenges.
Today's ceremony demonstrates what can be achieved when governments, development partners, conservation organizations, researchers, communities work together towards a common purpose. Protecting our natural and sustainable efforts and also protecting our heritage while creating a more resilient and sustainable future for all. The CRAP grant program is making a timely investment in Dominica's natural resources. The protection of these natural resources supports economic and environmental stewardship. Today's activity, as we recognize that biodiversity conservation is not only an environmental responsibility, but also an economic necessity. Healthy ecosystems support agriculture, fisheries, tourism, and water resources, climate resilience, and ultimately livelihoods of people. And we talk about people having an economic livelihood.
The Permanent Secretary also highlighted the importance of the coconut industry to Dominica's economy and livelihoods, noting that the ministry is working diligently to contain and manage the spread of lethal yellowing disease, which poses a significant threat to coconut ecosystems across Dominica. Officials say the grant-funded projects will strengthen ecosystem resilience, protect biodiversity, support sustainable livelihoods, and enhance Dominica's ability to respond to environmental threats. This initiative forms part of broader efforts to safeguard the island's natural heritage while promoting sustainable development and environmental stewardship for future generations. The Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries, Blue and Green Economy presented Greg Rawlins, ECA representative for the OECS, with a token of gratitude and appreciation for his outstanding service and unwavering support to Dominica and the wider region. Rawlins will officially retire from his post sometime in the new year. Minister of Agriculture, Honorable Roland Rouye, during the presentation said, "Greg, with heartfelt thanks, we honor you. We wish you every blessing, good health, and happiness in your retirement. Thank you, Greg Rawlings, for your remarkable contribution and lasting legacy. Your friendship, guidance, and commitment to agriculture and regional development will be long remembered." The presentation was made following the National Accountability Seminar on June 3rd. The final accountability seminar Rawlings will oversee as ECA representative to the OECS. Electors in the community of Wesley have given former chairman Brond Phillip a strong vote of confidence as he topped the polls in the village council elections with 209 votes. Phillip, who has contested several village council elections since 2017, has been given the mandate of chairman each time. Phillip says he is indeed grateful for the opportunity to serve his community.
First of all, I want to thank the people of Wesley who turned out yesterday to cast their votes for the 13 candidates who went up for council's election. I have been chairman since 2017. We survived Hurricane Maria, we rebuilt after Maria, and now it is now our duty as residents to rebuild and transform our community into a mini town within this country of Dominica. My campaign team was rooted in the community, committed to the people, have said it all. And so, one of my motives is empowerment, wanting to see the lives of our people continually improve. And so this motive would need the support of the residents, the community groups, the various denominations, the diasporans, the Honorable Parliamentary Representative, Honorable Fidel Grant, and the Government of Dominica, ensuring the community of Wesley continue to grow.
He issued a special call for all residents to put aside petty differences and work together to develop the community.
I must say the people of Wesley have sacrificed a great deal to ensure that now Dominica International Airport construction has become a reality. So I want to ask for greater collaboration with the community in ensuring continuous growth and development. The question, am I contesting for chairmanship once again? My response is yes. Further response, together we can accomplish a great deal. For the purpose of this community, we have to put aside our petty differences to ensure the community grow and the lives of our people be improved. Thank you.
Past Councillor Julian Jeremy came in second with 170 votes. Sheldon DJ Cook came in third with 152 votes. And fourth and fifth to Janelle Burnett and Chanel Cyril Hill with 150 and 140 votes respectively. These five, along with 3 appointees by the government, will form the Village Council. The Wesley Village Council elections were held on Monday. The Dominica Labour Party, DLP, has officially ratified businesswoman, educator, and economist Ashma McDougall as its candidate for the Rosenhof constituency, following the resignation of former Member of Parliament Miriam Blanchard due to health reasons. The decision was unanimously approved by the party's National Executive Committee on Monday night, after McDougall was unopposed in her nomination by the DLP's Rosenhof Constituency Association. The party expressed its gratitude to Miriam Blanchard for her years of dedicated service to the people of Rosenhof and Dominica and extended its best wishes for her recovery. McDougall, a native of Bath Estate who currently resides in Goodwill, described her selection as both an honor and a humbling experience. "I am humbled and honored by the vote of confidence reposed in me by the Dominica Labour Party, the Rosenhof constituency, and the many constituents who have encouraged me to step forward at this important time." She pledged to work closely with residents and focus on creating opportunities, strengthening communities, and delivering meaningful results for the constituency. An economist, entrepreneur, and youth advocate, McDougall has held several leadership positions, including President of the National Youth Council and Executive Director of the Dominica Association of Industry and Commerce. Her work in youth development, entrepreneurship, and economic advancement has earned recognition both nationally and regionally. Political leader of the Dominican Labour Party, Honorable Roosevelt Skerrit, endorsed McDougall's candidacy, stating that it reflects the party's commitment to attracting capable, energetic, and forward-thinking individuals who are prepared to contribute to national development. With a by-election constitutionally due in the coming weeks, Prime Minister Skerrit said the party's supporters are energized and ready to begin campaigning. He added that further details regarding the campaign will be announced over the weekend. And finally, in local news, the Pan American Health Organization, PAHO, continues to strengthen disease surveillance, data management, and primary healthcare services across Dominica through a donation to the Ministry of Health, Wellness, and Social Services. The contribution was made possible through the India-UN Development Partnership Fund and the United Nations Office for South-South Cooperation. Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Health, Dr. Kira Paul, explains.
The Ministry of Health, Wellness and Social Services, we are very grateful for the continued support of PAHO. Today we've received 20 pieces of equipment, including laptops and desktops, to support surveillance activities. As you know, real-time data and reporting on disease monitoring and outbreaks is critical to ensure that the ministry responds in a timely manner, and of course to support policy and operational decisions. So we are very grateful for the support from PAHO in the provision of these pieces of equipment that will be deployed primarily to the health clinics where data is expected to be generated from. And that's very interesting and supportive of our efforts now with the health management information system that we will be rolling out pretty soon. The health centers, we expect information to be collected and collated to an extent and input on the health management information system, and they can only do so by moving away from manual-based system to having a computer-based system where there is a lot of efficiency. So we are very grateful.
Meanwhile, PAHO's country program specialist, Nicole Slack-Liebert, said the organization is pleased to support Dominica's efforts to strengthen health systems and improve health outcomes.
We are pleased to provide this donation of 15 laptops and 5 desktops to support the EMTCT program, which is part of the maternal and child health program. And of course, by extension, will strengthen the primary healthcare system here in Dominica. And as you said, we'll be distributing over the next few weeks these items to the various primary healthcare facilities. We are pleased to do that. And we've also heard about HMIS and how this will strengthen and I suppose support and contribute to the expansion of this program, but also in our digital strengthening of the system here in Dominica. So we continue to provide not only the hardware to ensure strengthening of the primary healthcare system, but of course the technical assistance. So we continue to work with your technical counterparts in the various fields in primary healthcare, including your nurses, of course, your DMOs, etc., and the wider team by extension that works in this field of elimination of mother-to-child transmission of HIV, syphilis, and hepatitis B.
Slack-Liebert also reaffirmed PAHO's commitment to supporting the Ministry of Health and technical teams working toward the elimination of mother-to-child transmission of HIV, syphilis, and hepatitis B, as well as broader primary healthcare initiatives. And that's all for local news this evening. We'll be right back with the regional news.
Celebrate this Father's Day with us on Saturday, June 20th. It's game time at Blast Bistro.
Father's Day special idea.
Bring dad or step up as dad in the father and son or father versus father domino showdown. Starting 5 p.m. sharp, enjoy live sports, old school hits, and pure Caribbean vibes. Grab the daddy combo. 6 beers, 8 wings for just $50.
Grab it.
Plus, shots 2 for $10, rum punch specials, and beer buckets with prizes to be won.
Prizes too.
Don't miss the action, only at Blast Bistro. Come for the game, stay for the life.
I am that.
In regional news, the Organization of Eastern Caribbean States, OECS, has launched an Applied Data Governance Framework workshop aimed at developing a regional post-secondary education management information system. Funded by the World Bank through the OECS Skills and Innovation Project, the workshop brings together experts and education representatives from 9 member states. The new system is expected to improve the collection, management, and sharing of education data, supporting better planning, informed decision-making, and improved outcomes for students across the region. And Prime Minister of St. Kitts and Nevis, Honorable Dr. Terence Drew, is in Brussels, Belgium, holding high-level talks with European Union officials to strengthen bilateral relations and explore new areas of cooperation. During the visit, he met with Delphine Prong, Managing Director for the Americas at the European External Action Service, and other senior EU representatives. Discussions focused on enhancing partnership and collaboration on shared priorities. Prime Minister Drew described the meetings as productive and reaffirmed his government's commitment to advancing opportunities that support the development of St. Kitts and Nevis. And finally, in regional news this evening, the CARICOM Secretariat has begun discussions on expanding organ donation and transplantation services across the Caribbean, following talks with the team behind Guyana's emerging organ donation and transplantation program. The meeting explored how Guyana's initiative could serve as a model for other CARICOM member states, while examining the feasibility of a regional strategy and opportunities for collaboration and knowledge sharing. Participants also discussed potential partnerships and funding support from international development agencies, including the European Union and the World Bank. CARICOM officials say stronger organ donation and transplantation systems could improve healthcare outcomes and enhance regional cooperation in addressing specialized medical needs. And that's all the regional news for this evening. We'll be right back with international news. First up on the international scene, at least 31 people have been killed and dozens injured after an overcrowded bus plunged into a ravine in northern Ethiopia on Monday. Police say the bus was traveling from Dessie to the capital, Addis Ababa, when it veered off a mountainous road and fell nearly 100 meters into a deep ravine. The crash occurred along the winding Harigo Road, a route known for its difficult terrain and sharp turns. Reports indicate some victims died after delays in receiving medical treatment due to limited emergency services and transportation challenges. Authorities are investigating the cause of the accident as Ethiopia continues to face high rates of road traffic fatalities linked to poor road conditions, overcrowded vehicles, and inadequate safety infrastructure. And finally, in international news this evening, world leaders meeting at the G7 summit in Evian-les-Bains in France focused on a new agreement between the United States and Iran, along with ongoing tensions in the Middle East. President Donald Trump told leaders the details of the agreement would be released in the coming days and submitted to Congress for review, expressing confidence that future talks on Iran's nuclear program would be easier. During the summit, President Trump was also scheduled to meet with Arab leaders and Volodymyr Zelensky. Meanwhile, Trump criticized Benjamin Netanyahu, urging greater responsibility as fighting continues between Israel and Hezbollah. Netanyahu has maintained that Israel does not intend to withdraw from southern Lebanon, Gaza, or parts of Syria. And that's all the international news for this evening. We'll be right back with sports.
This summer, the Caribbean's premier music experience returns. Welcome to the 28th edition of the St. Kitts Music Festival, featuring the incredible Kilani, Fantasia, Beres Hammond, Luciano, Soca King Marshall Montano, Soca Sensation Voice, and Vaughn. Dance dancehall giant Movado, Idonia, and the new wave, Valiant. Also featuring Massacre, Cranium, Taurus Riley, Steel Pulse, Dean Fraser and the Black Soil Band, Sanil Mir, Diani, Rodney Tatat, and Zoo. The legendary New Vibes Band International, Brandon and ASAP Band, Shelly and Signal Band, plus Edwin Yearwood and Crossfire, Rukas HE, and Garlic and the Upper Level Band. June 25th to June 27th, Warner Park Cricket Stadium, St. Kitts. Get your tickets now at stkitsmusicfestival.com. The St. Kitts Music Festival, where music meets paradise.
First up in sports news, we bring you cricket news. The NCCU DCA Premier League delivered another exciting round of action on game day 5, with Tremors recording a convincing 69-run victory over the signman Kalinago Blasters, while the other two matches ended in draws. Tremors were led by standout performances from Tyrone Theophile, who scored 59 and 82 in the match, and Malachi Xavier, who claimed 5 wickets for 9 runs to seal the win. In the other fixtures, Grand Bay Cooperative Credit Union Colts and Convenience Plus Mahu played to a draw after strong batting displays from Lex Maglaw and Micah Joseph. Meanwhile, KFC Summits and Najiko Northern Stars also shared the points after Northern Stars reached 30 for 5 in their chase before time expired. The NCCU Premier League continues as teams battle for valuable points in the championship race. And in netball, 2 exciting matches were played in the Sports Division Primary Schools Division 1 Netball Championship at Benjamin's Park in Portsmouth. In the opening match, Roosevelt Douglas Primary defeated Salisbury Primary 16-6. For Salisbury Primary, Zayla Jeffrey scored 2 goals from 7 attempts, while Mia Vidal added 4 goals from 9 attempts. Roosevelt Douglas Primary's victory was led by Mujana Gist, who netted 7 goals from 12 attempts, and Ari John Louis, who scored 9 goals from 16 attempts. In the second match of the day, the St. John's Primary School delivered a dominant performance, defeating Wesley Primary 33-0. Leading the scoring for St. John's was Kasana Diheti with an impressive 21 goals from 30 attempts. Kaide Francis contributed 7 goals from 13 attempts, while Skylar Panthe added 5 goals from 7 attempts. The results continue to highlight the strong performances being displayed in this year's Sports Division Primary Schools Netball Championship as schools compete for top honors. And finally, in tonight's sports package, Job Joseph of the Top Glove Boxing Club is a recipient of the Dominica Boxing Association's 2026 Coach of the Year Award.
Joseph, who has dedicated many years to developing young boxers, says the recognition is a testament of his love for the game.
I'm very proud of the boxers because they did a very, very good job, especially Ali and Daniel Castle. And with the commitment to the game and the way they train, I believe the sky is the limit. They can go very, very, very far. So the performance was very good. Likewise, we had a lot of local fights, which went very well. And imagine, it's one of the local fights that actually get the fight of the year. One of the local fights that actually get the fight of the year. And they were 2 11-year-olds. So I'm very much satisfied about the performance of the boxers. I feel very good about them.
The Coach of the Year used the occasion to make a special appeal for a proper boxing ring and improved training facilities.
For many, many years now, even before the promises were made by some persons, I had asked in many avenues and in many forums and in many institutions about getting a boxing ring for the Boxing Association. Well, we had a couple fights last year and early this year, and we can't have any more fights because we will not get the right to have fights without a proper boxing ring. And if we're going to have a fight, it hasn't got to be attached to the world boxing or to the Caribbean boxing. It was something local. because our boxing ring is not licensed or it's not the right size ring to have competitions. And we've been begging for that for many, many years, more than 20 years. The boxing ring is not very expensive, but it's expensive for us because a boxing association don't have that type of money to buy a boxing ring for $20,000 over 15,000 US dollars. And it's very difficult. Matter of fact, we don't charge the boxers because to me, they are going to school, and if they're doing something of love, they love it and doing something, I think they should be paying for it.
He noted that local boxers continue to excel despite the challenges they face and believes their performance could reach even greater heights with adequate resources.
And there's a thin line when we travel between winning and losing. And I always ask myself, what if we had everything? Because when we go to competitions, we are not walk over or we are not beaten. We fight good, and at the end, boxing win. And sometimes we only lose the match by 1 point or by 2 points most times. So I know if we have everything in place, we can do much, much better.
Joseph is calling on individuals and organizations that are in a position to assist to do so, emphasizing that such an investment would benefit not only the sport, but also the nation's young people. And that's it for tonight's sports package. Stay tuned. The weather report is up next. This has been EmoNightly News for June 16th, 2026. I am your presenter, Soana Gordon. Do have a lovely evening, everyone.